In this video, we will see common mistake React developers make when implementing routing. So I have this application that displays a list of courses, and when I click on any of the courses, I get more details about that course. So this works without any issue. If you see, the entire card is clickable, so when I click on any part of the card, I go to the details page. But there is an issue. If I right-click on the image, I'm getting option to save image but no option to open that details page in new tab. Right-clicking on the count also does not give any option to see details page. So this is not good from an accessibility point of view. So if you see the code, you can see this is the actual card with the image, title, and other things. So this card is actually a div, and I have added an on-click handler for that. And when I click on the card, I'm navigating the user to the course URL, which is details page. The courses here is a constant array I have declared which contains ID, title, URL, and other things. And I'm using version 6 of reactrouter DOM, so I'm using navigate method to redirect user to the details page route. And in the app.jsx file, for the list of routes, I have defined /routes for courses and a route with dynamic title to display details page. And this path URL exactly matches with the URL property of each course. So when I click on any of the course, it goes to that URL using the navigate method seen before. While navigating to the details page, I'm also passing the data needed for the details page in the state property. And in the details page, I'm destructuring properties from that course object which is passed as a state, and I'm displaying that title, duration, and other things. So let me open the browser console. And if I click on any of the course, you can see the course details from that state object. It contains author, title, URL, and other properties. But using on-click handle on div is not good from accessibility point of view. So instead of div, we should use link component from React Router, which adds an anchor tag. And I can add a toProp and pass it the value of URL, which is a property available for each course. We need to destructure the URL property from course. Now, I don't need this on-click handler. And we also need to pass the clicked course details as a state to display in the details page. The link component also accepts a state prop, the value of which is an object. In the navigate method, we're using the state property and value of course. But in link component, it's already state prop, so we can directly pass the properties from that course as a part of state. And in the details page component, we're already destructuring those props from the state object. Now, if I click on any of the courses, you can see course details getting displayed correctly. But author is not getting displayed. Let's see what's wrong. Here, we're not passing author. We also need to destructure it from course object. Now, if I click on any of the courses, the author is correctly getting displayed. As we're using a link component instead of div tag now, I can right-click on any of the course and you can see open in new tag option getting displayed. But when I select that option to open in new tab, you can see we're not able to see the course details. Even if I refresh the page, I don't see the course details. If I try the same for second course, it's the same behavior. This is another mistake developers make. So whenever you want to pass any data to link component, don't pass it in state. This is because, when we don't refresh the page but just navigate from one route to another, the state will be passed correctly. But if I refresh the page, or open the URL in another tab, we don't get that state value to display in that root component. So, if we deploy this application and we share the course details page URL with someone, they will also not able to see the course details. To fix this, we don't pass the state in the link component. Now, in the details component, instead of printing destructured state prop, let's directly print the data returned from useLocation hook. And if I refresh the page, you can see that details in the console. So URL of the defined root page is coming in the pathname property of location. And this pathname value exactly matches with the URL property from the course object, as you can see here. So whenever we're on the details page, instead of taking data from state object, we can use the courses array to find the matching course for that URL. If your courses data is coming from API, you can make API call here to get all the courses. So in the find method, we can check for each course whose URL matches with the pathname. We can destructure the pathname directly. As the courses is an array of objects, using find method will return a matching object from that courses array. Now, I can store that in a variable with name selected course, and instead of state, I will use selected course. Let me print the value of selected course also. Now, let's verify the changes. When I click on any of the course, details are correctly displayed. And if I right-click on the course and open that in new tab, you can see it still works. Even after refreshing the page, I still get the correct details displayed. If I check the console now, you can see page URL is correctly coming in pathname, and we also get the selected course with that matching URL to pathname. Next, we're just destructuring the selected course object and displaying the course details. Let me remove the logs now. So now, for any of the course, you can directly access the course details, so this change makes it easy to share the course link with anyone so they can learn more about the course. So whenever we access the details page in the browser, this component renders where we're looping over the available courses to find the matching course with provided course URL. And then we're displaying the corresponding course details. Now let's say, I access the details page but I change the URL path with some extra characters. As you can see, all the course details are not getting displayed, because there is no course in the list of courses with that matching URL. So anytime the condition is not satisfied, find method will return undefined, which we're storing in the selected course variable. So if there is no matching selected course, we can redirect user back to the list of courses using navigate component by passing the toProp. As there is no /courses path, we should actually redirect to just /root where we're displaying courses component. So now, if we try to enter any invalid link, we will be redirected to the courses page instead of showing blank data for that course. So with whatever changes we have done in this video, if we deploy this application, you can share the course details page URL with anyone and that person will be able to see the details page content correctly. because now we're using link tag instead of div tag, and we're loading the content of the course when the component is loaded instead of getting the data as a part of state prop. So when you want user to navigate by clicking on anything, instead of adding on click on div tag, use actual link tag from reactrouter and load the content in the routed component instead of passing state. Because even though you have option to pass the state, if you refresh the page, you will lose that state data. As you can see, we're using version 6 of React Router with roots component and element prop. This application code is taken from my React Router 6 course, where you will learn some basics of Router version 6 along with advanced concepts like protected routes, handling session for logged in user, instantly loading data in the same page, and much more. So if you want to learn React Router 6 from scratch or learn some advanced concepts, do check out this course. I have also included free preview lessons from the course. And after learning the basics of version 6, you will learn how to build the course dashboard application with login functionality. You can also check the preview of the final application demo in this video. So that's it for this video. If you found this video useful, hit the like button. Also do subscribe to the channel and enable notifications so you will not miss my project-based YouTube video coming in next week.